Actually, do you have any idea on this broadcasting? Just I would like to know because from where I would like to start. That is the reason only. How far you can able to recollect with the broadcasting as far you know.
So the main purpose of broadcasting, like fixing the price and
Hmm.
knowing the cost of a product, and that is not possible straight away with what we have in the process or features in FI,
Hmm.
and that is possible only through cost objects. So where
Okay.
we actually allocate expenses, direct, indirect, and
Hmm.
assign on some basis
Okay.
to arrive exactly what is incurred at particular cost, and using different activities. Say for example, one work center, it is having it can create three different activities. So how many hours of activities it can generate, and what is the cost of that uh, we are incurring for a particular period, say 1 month. So
Okay.
in the month end,
Hmm.
say each activities have created 100 hours, 100 hours of activities, and the entire cost maybe around the 30,000. So per hour, each activity cost is this. So we are arriving at what is the cost of activity per hour, and based on that,
Okay.
when we consume different activities hours and different material, we
Hmm.
club everything together and we will be arriving at cost of the price, and then we will arrive at putting some margin. We will be going ahead for uh, selling price.
Yeah, that means up to the 90% of the your idea is correct, but the thing is, whatever the price we are getting till the uh, manufacturing level and at a plant level is called COGM. COGM means the cost of goods manufactured. Okay. COGM means uh, cost of goods manufacturing. So at a plant price, if we add the selling overheads, then we can get the COGS, cost of goods sold. So these two, to get this COGM in this product costing, when sorry, I would like to I write this one. So this terminology, goods sold. Okay, to get the COGM, we need to do the broadcasting. That means at a plant level, including as per your expectation, as per the material cost, indirect overhead cost, direct overhead cost, all these things belongs to at the plant level only. Once it's done, then if we are transferring this material, that finished good to our depots, nothing but it's a warehouse. We call as a depot, some in terminologies, and some organizations call as a warehouse, nothing but. So if we keep and some different scenarios like for example, today we will discuss about this make to stock scenario. Make to stock. Why we do the make to stock? Because the objective of this make to stock means, for example, coming season will be winter, for example. Okay, if we start the production, start what it's called beginning month of the December, yeah, November, then once I complete the manufacturing till March or April, almost the season will complete and it will be useless in future. And that means keep the requirement or keep the demand forecast in our mind. Based on that future demand, then I will prepare and I will do the manufacturing, and once the time comes, I will dump into the market. Then only I can able to sell my goods expected price. This is the objective of make to stock scenario. Make to stock, keep our stock in a warehouse. before in the summer, I will start the manufacturing for umbrellas or rainy season goods. Then once it's complete the summer, immediately my stock also will be ready and I will dump into the market. I will sell into the market. This is the objective. To get this, to reach and to accomplish my requirement in this product costing, I in the system level, I need to do product cost planning, cost object controlling, product cost planning, and cost object controlling. In this product cost planning, that means these two are the major parts will play to reach the standard cost estimation to my finished product. This is comes under planning. This is comes under month-end activities. Nothing but I. This is the prerequisites to for standard cost means whatever the required configuration for this product costing. That means cost component structure, I will explain each and everything. What is the objective and what this what it's called this costing sheet will do, and how we need to do the how we need to use this cost component structure. What is the purpose of this one, and everything I will explain one by one. This costing variant is very important because lot of configuration comes under this costing variant only. Based on this configuration, based on this costing variant only, we can able to accomplish and we can do our any changes. That means how to update the price in material master, when to update, where to update, and from where I need to take the material price, and how to calculate the activity price. Everything comes under this costing variant. All these things will assign to this costing variant. By the reason, we can simply say it's a heart of the product costing. Without costing variant proper configuration, you will not get any proper standard cost estimation, and you cannot able to understand what is happening in and what is how the price came and updated in the material master. This is the key configuration. Under this costing variant, costing type, date control, quantity structure control, valuation variant, transfer control, finally reference control. With all these controls, we can able to control the cost.
And how about version? Version will come in cost sheet or different?
That is different.
Oh.
Version will be comes under this only. What it's called general controlling configuration. This costing type means plan, standard, actual. With this, that means I think you are expecting that one, yeah, right or not?
Pardon?
That means the version 0, planned, and actual versions, those are comes under the general controlling configurations, and adding the next year's transferring, that means copying allowed, everything comes under the general controlling configuration.
So we have different kind of versions, like for valuations we have different versions, and the actual booking plan, that also different versions. So when you said here valuation variant, that means if you have two different valuations, say group valuation or profit center valuation. So
That valuation views, yeah, that will be in this one. Material ledger, we can discuss that one.
okay,
That is different valuation views. Multi-currency valuation, multi-currency types will comes under the actual costing. That means material ledger.
Okay.
Group valuation, profit center valuation, company code valuation. These three comes under in the topic. This is only pure product costing in the make to stock scenario.
Okay.
Okay, that means to achieve and to do that from that valuations, these are the pre-configuration steps. In this cost, just to remember, this is forecast planning and cost object controlling. In this cost object controlling, we can understand and we can do the job or batch wise costing and the plan cost for this one, orders, and the actual cost for order, period end process, every period, month end process, everything comes under the nothing but you can sorry, month end process or activities like sorry. WAP variance, settlement, and top of this you can say it will automatically done by revaluation of activities. Plan cost, actual cost, and the also we can able to do through this month end activities. And how we can get the plan cost and when we can get the actual cost means the plan out once we do the confirmation of activities. That means we have planned for 50 hours for that particular job, and actually it has completed maybe it will be over or under absorption. Means it will take 51 or it took 49 maybe. That means that 49 or 51 belongs to actual, and the variance difference will goes to the variance. And because when we get the variance uh, minus of this plan and actual, this we at the time of confirmation of activity we can get. So we initially without planning no one can able to do anything. Plan cost of order, similarly actual cost of order. Okay, so so we will discuss later these things on cost object controlling. First we will concentrate on this planning. In this product cost planning, what will we do? That means before we start the manufacturing process, we need to know the size of the and the capacity of our plant and machinery, and how many labor we are having, how many hours and how much budget we can able to put into this particular processes. And everything we need to do the planning. Without planning, we cannot go for any single object and any single step in that manufacturing process. Okay, based on that, to do this planning, we needed this what it's called the prerequisites, like a costing type, which type of costing initially we need to perform. And that means standard, actual, plan. These three type of costing types comes under the costing type. And this cost component structure, this what the cost component structure will says in the product costing. In the product costing, this cost component, this component of the it will create and it will make as a structure wise. That means what type of materials we are using: raw material, finished good, semi-finished good, scrap material, or any semi, what it's called engineering product, or whatever required materials we are using in the manufacturing process, we need to club. Nothing but it's a structuring. All raw materials comes under the head of the raw material header. All semi-finished SFGs comes under the SFG header, and finished goods. How can we do? And it will shows, and we are explaining, we are giving the instructions to the system in this cost component structure. Along with is it a tax related, or how many activities we are using, everything we will give the instructions to the system with the help of cost component structure. Okay, this is the purpose of cost component structure. Means we are defining a structure for our prerequisites like indirect overhead or activity or materials. These three are the prerequisites for product costing. Okay, so in the cost, second one is costing sheet. What costing sheet will helps? How to maintain the indirect overhead price calculation for my materials. That means, for example, I bought 10 tons of plastic raw material. For example, I'm having a manufacturing products of Nilkamal chairs. For example, I needed raw material of plastic. So, yeah, for that particular raw material, I bought from Chhattisgarh or wherever the vendors have give giving the lowest price. That means before that we know that our prerequisites of purchase order and purchase requisition, everything that will perform by module, and based on that the selected vendor will provide the particular raw material, required quantity of the material. Then to transport and to adding the taxes, to add the wages or salaries have that means given by the these people, and warehouse rent, electricity, everything. How can I able to add? Oh, for example, if I put the 10 tons of this raw material. I need to keep in the warehouse to warehouse rent, the security people salary, and transport charges, everything. I will I will calculate and I will add to this particular material only, because this is the material to this material pertains to this material only. I need to add. How to add? How can I calculate? How to give the instruction? How system will understand? Yes, this is the material. This is the percentage. We can able to give the percentage as well values in this costing sheet to add the indirect overheads to the particular material. Okay, this is the purpose of costing sheet, to add the indirect overhead cost to my materials. And
Okay.
yeah, this is costing variance. That means in this cost component structure, what we are telling to the system, what are the components I am using in this manufacturing process, and yes, these are the things, and I am giving a separate format which is given by SAP in the product costing. Then I will, then system only notify and can understand, yes, these are the components we need to consider, calculate, need to this one. This is the objective of the cost component structure. Structure wise, there is a in the system, I can able to see tomorrow. There is a separate format and a systematic structure will be there. Based on that only, system will recognize, yes, these are the components. This is the purpose of cost component structure. Okay, and this is the indirect overhead calculations purpose. Nowadays, there are another way, that template allocation also is there. Through the template allocation, similar kind of costing sheet only. That means through in the Excel, they will calculate the prices by the business and they will upload, nothing but like a cost center planning, how we do and how we are uploading into the system. There is a separate format is there in the SAP in the system. Based on that, we can able to add another one. Is comes under the costing additive. So what is additive cost? It is similar to cost indirect overhead. For example, I can I can directly add the percentage or value to the material, but for in the freight duty, insurance, I cannot add directly to this material. So whichever and what are the cost I cannot able to add directly to this particular material, particular component. Then SAP has given another feasibility functionality to add the price additionally to the material, to use the CK74N is a transaction code through the additive cost functionality. It is similar to a costing sheet, nothing but that means it is not a costing sheet. It will not comes under the costing sheet. This is comes under the indirect overhead calculation. Okay, that means why we are adding all these components and why we are doing additional functionalities and everything, because finally the management doesn't bother about the background processes, what we have done and how we have configured, where you have selected the radio buttons, nothing. Finally, the management looks in the, that, okay, what is the finished product cost? Simply they ask us. That means this is standard cost, it's a benchmark. That means this is the price I want to I want to make under this price only. It will not goes and it will not comes under. Business will gives the price. Based on that price, that means business will adjust based on the price. That means, for example, 100 rupees they wanted to sell the Nilkamal chair or for single chair. So for the benchmark price, They will adjust the activities and adjust the material prices and everything, even though that is standard price. But actually, for example, that one of the bad situation, Corona came. At the time, there was no labor. Okay, if some kind of situations, the labor cost will maybe will be very huge, very high. At the time, we cannot able to do anything. Your expected standard price will be 100 rupees, but as on the situation, it will be 110 rupees or 150, because based on the situation, that is called actual prices. And plan will be different. My plan price will be 90 rupees only. But once I start the production, once I do everything, once I add these, then I will update it in the material master as a standard price is 100. But unfortunate situations are over or an absorption has happened. Then once we confirm the activities and everything in the production order level, then the price will be different. That's called actual prices, actual costing. Okay, this is the costing sheet functionality. Indirect overhead calculation purpose, we use this costing sheet based on some configuration in the system, based on the row and base through the credit key. That the terminology will be different. I will show tomorrow in the system.
Okay.
Why I am repeating these two? Because we need to habitize and is familiar with the terminology, because everything is, that means if you see costing sheet, cost component structure, costing, everything costing, because we feel some confusion initially. To avoid that one, if we have a clear cut idea, cost component structure, costing sheet, that means only for indirect overhead calculation purpose. Components, we are that means structuring the components what we are using the production process. Simply just to remember as of now. Later on, once we start this configuration under our it's called approaches, immediately, and you will recollect what is the objective of this one, what is the purpose of this one, easily you will understand and remember. Okay. And costing variant, this is one of the, I told you, this is the heart of the product costing. Why we needed the costing variant? What is the purpose? Costing variant is with means with the help of the below controls: transfer control, quantity structure control, date control, reference, all the with the help of these below controls, it will control the cost where you want to update in the update the material master price. Okay. Initially in the material master, hope you have observed that previous, future, and this one, three tabs: present, current price, sorry, previous, current, and future price. That means in this, with the help,
Actually, I never went to all these things, like, inside this, because I never got that opportunity.
okay, then no problem. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so with these controls, system will control where to update, when to update, what to update the material price based on this costing variant configuration. Okay, first of all, I told you what is costing type. In this costing type, three types of costing we need to do, that means we use to do in the system, like a plan cost, plan, standard. These three type of costs we usually we will do in the system. Okay, because this purpose only we are doing, that means this is the main purpose, standard cost estimation. Standard cost estimation purpose only we do everything for under the product costing, because this standard price only consider the system. We will get the target cost based on the standard cost only. Without this standard cost, we cannot do anything. Okay. And date control means usually monthly once, usually monthly once we do the costing. In future, that means if your period belongs to 15 days or 20 days, yes, you can able to do that one. But why we are doing the standard cost estimation monthly? Because the actually two prices, standard price and moving average price. Usually in India, moving your MAB, moving average price uses for raw materials. Moving average price generally raw materials. Okay. And price control, yes, this is called price control. Sorry, this is V. This is yes, standard price for finished good. Finished goods. In the material master, tomorrow I will show you why and where this price control use and this price control use. Moving there is a benefit, advantage and disadvantages also with the moving average price and with the standard price. With the moving average price, generally raw materials having the lot of inconsistency, because today raw material price will be 10 rupees, tomorrow 11 rupees, and day after tomorrow 12 rupees. By the reason what we do, what we are doing in organization, we will take the cumulative or average pricing of the material, or then only we will do the inventory calculation. Otherwise, with this day to day changing, the high fluctuality market and prices, generally we use for this price control of V.
Actually, I was thinking the other way. Normally the raw material will always have standard cost, and that's how we will always get variances.
That means that is what in US some other or it's called some particular materials only in, and what it's called generally we use for raw material in price control of V.
Okay.
And
So if we take
semi-finished
V, so always valuation will be actuals. So where is the question of variance? Normally variance will not come.
no. See, when we get the variance, once
We have fixed some planning and we are arriving at, okay, this is the cost, this is a cost estimate, and then the actual, when it comes to actual, we are buying in different rates, or it is actually incurring in different rates.
yeah, see for raw materials, usually in these scenarios we use the price control V. Okay, because we will in this quantity structure control, yeah, I will tell you that answer. Control we use, that means we create a bomb. In this bomb we create required materials as what it's called structure, or it's called under the bomb. For example, I'm having one of the operation process. In that operation process, I want material X and material. These two are my bomb head under the what it's called bomb. These two are raw materials. Okay. With this I will get Z, means S of G. Okay. This is S of G. Now with this S of G Z, I will add some, then I will get some F. This is called FG. To make sure, that means to get this S of G, these two prices will be roll up to this S of G. That means this material price X, 10 rupees. Material Y, 12 rupees. Now, my S of G cost will be 22. Am I right? Now, I want to get this F as a finished good, Z plus D. That means this 22 again, this price control will be S, because this is S of G. Because this material price need to roll up to the next higher level material. To do that one, to reach that functionality, I need to use the moving average price only. And what it's called on material master, I will select the some check boxes, roll up of the cost to the next higher level material. This is Z plus another D will goes to the F. Again, if I add some 10 rupees over here, then my finished good cost will be 32 rupees. To reach the 32 rupees as a standard price, standard cost of this particular F material, I need to make, or it's called do the raw material price control will be fee as per general process. As of now, I am discussing the general, very generalized process only.
I understand you.
Okay. In the actual costing, that price controls will be different. If the material master update, material ledger updated, then the definitely the price control will be yes. Okay. Then only we can do the CKMLCP this one. As of now, we will discuss with this functionality and with this topic only. Okay, Prakash?
Yeah, okay, no problem.
Yeah, that means here the very simple thing, only one thing. Next level, roll up the cost to next higher level. In this functionality, I need to this price control for materials. Okay.
Yeah.
So once we do set up for this price controls and procurement types, and here so many scenarios will be there, because for example some intercompany transactions also will be there. Because if you take Tata, in this Tata there are railway coaches also manufacturing, and automotives, they're like cars also manufacturing, but the steel is the same raw material for these two processes. So from the Tata Steel, they procure this steel to that means within the Tatas. Then even though they have to raise the POs and everything as per intercompany transactions. But for this, as you asked, group valuation, that group valuation mean nothing but without considering the profit at a COGM level, then if you want to see at company level, so company code level, then it's called group level, group valuation. Am I right? We should not add the profits. Without adding the profits, if you want to see, that is called group valuation.
Yeah.
To achieve that one, that means that is different what is called configuration of procurement alternatives and different configuration will be there. And already will pass on. Okay. So yeah, what is quantity structure control here? Again, with BOM, bill of material and routing. Both we call, that means with this combination with the quantity structure only, quantity structure control, BOM and routing. BOM belongs to the required and what are the materials I am using in this, in my manufacturing and production. I will create and I will inform to the system, yes, these are my materials, these are my raw materials, and this BOM you have to consider alternative BOM or costing BOM, which BOM it is, and I need to inform to the system based on that info instructions has given by us. Only system will react and the system will consider and calculate the final cost. So BOM is equal to bill of material contains the required type of materials only. And routing. What is routing? Routing belongs to, one second, I will note down here. And,
The different activities, what and all activities it has to go to the product.
yeah. Sequence of operations. We can say, yeah.
That's the appropriate word.
You are right. Yeah. Sequence of operations. Nothing but sequence of activities. You're right. You are right. Like, for example, granulating, grinding, mixing. The first is, for example, one batch completed. If you take the example of Novartis or Dr. Reddy's, they are, for example, Dolo 360 or 650, they are manufacturing. To get that tablet, final product of tablet or capsule, they need to do the first operation of granulating or mixing of some of the raw material. Okay, to once it's complete, they have to clean the machine, because that what it's called huge machinery. Without cleaning, it will add some other components into that particular previous components, then it will give a different expected formula, and it will spoil that formula as well. By the reason they have to do the cleaning. To do that cleaning activity, maybe it's called as one of the operation. Or okay, in that operation, labor and cleaning and something, 2-3 activities will be comes under the first operation. Second operation, pouring that particular raw material into the grinder or machinery. Once it's after 1 hour, 2 hours, that means based on the quantity of the material which they have considered for this particular batch. For one batch belongs to 100 what's called quintals, that 100 kilos, for example, 1 then it will take 2 hours. Then for the particular mixing and grinding, that one of the second operation. Then drying, that will be third operation. That means that sequence of operations, in that sequence of operations, for example, in the first operation, cleaning, they needed 2 labor. Second operation, mixing, grinding, they need not, because machinery itself only will grinds and only one supervisor or only one labor needed. So what it's called, the hours of the labor also will decrease, and hours that means respective activities also we can able to give accordingly based on my operation. That is, we are informing, yes, these are the operations, this is the these are the activities. These two comes, that means this belongs to routing. And in process orders, resource and recipe, the bomb and this one, work center will be same. Only nomenclature will be different. Okay, this is called routing. Hope you understand this, what happens in the routing and bomb.
Yeah.
So just I would like to recall, that means asking you, hope you understand the what happens in the cost component structure.
Yeah, there we define what and all materials are required, what tax structure is there. And all kind of structures we are going to define there.
Yeah. Yeah. Next, costing sheet.
Costing sheet actually it is overhead, indirect overhead cost. And yeah, how allocations, how we are going to make, like whether it is fixed or the basis of allocating that cost to particular product.
Okay. So just to tell me, costing variant, why we needed this one? Because why
that is collecting all the information, like all whatever we have created, we are assigning in costing variant only.
Okay. For this costing variant, these are, that means, one second now. Okay. Based on the different controls where comes under the costing variant, it will gives our as expected output. By the reason it controls, that is costing variant having different type of controls, and through these controls only we can achieve our target. Okay.
Yeah.
Hope you are today or it's called we will stop over here.